Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Long time no talk. I haven't been here for a while. I have been on vacation. I have been starting a new job. It has been a long time, but I have missed it. So I'm happy to be back. So I wanted to talk about all the products that I regret purchasing. And unfortunately, that's quite a few products. One of the first ones I have here is a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. This is called Bitch Perfect. I am not able to easily access Charlotte Tilbury where I live. So with that being said, this is a lipstick that is such a beautiful pinky nude shade, which is right up my alley, but unfortunately it is super dry. I've used it probably 3 or 4 times and I've had it for a solid like 6 or 7 months. It is just way too dry for me. I can't do dry lipsticks. Also, when I paid so much for this tube of lipstick, it just did not live up to my expectations, especially because one of my favorites is a Rimmel $8 lipstick, and this one being about like $40 to $50 is just not doable for me. So I'm not sure if it was just the shade or if all of Charlotte Tilbury's lipsticks are drying, but this one I could not handle and I probably would not chance purchasing another one again. Another product is the Smashbox Full Exposure Palette. It has every shade that you'd need for a smoky eye and a neutral everyday look, but unfortunately they are very chalky. They're very gritty and chalky. As you can see at the very top row, all of these guys here are actually all shimmery shades, and I cannot use these shimmery shades. You can see here, I've used like 3 shades out of the bunch, which doesn't say a lot because I obviously was disappointed with the first 3 shades, so I didn't step into any of the other ones. The shimmery shades do not have a lot of color payoff, so definitely not my favorite palette. I should probably re-gift this to someone because it's not my favorite, but it definitely could be someone else's. Another product that has been a long time coming, and I've tried this product so many times and realized that it just is not for me. It's not for my skin type, it's not for my skin tone, it's just not for me. And with that being said, it's the Makeup Forever foundation. I have the stick as well as I have the liquid formula. I have 117 in both. It's too yellow for me. I know they have recently came up with more shades, I believe, and I would be a lighter shade than the 117 that they offered before. I find that it doesn't sit well on my skin. I find that I can see my pores even when I use a primer prior. It doesn't last all day, and these foundations are just not for me. I have given them such a big shot too. This one's almost gone, and every single time I try to use it, even if I'm going out for a couple hours, I end up coming home and being super disappointed with what my complexion looks like after I get home. Another product I have is the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. Don't get me wrong, this primer does fill my pores, but it does not give a smooth base and a good surface to work with as much as the POREfessional does. I'm on the kick of using up all of my products before I purchase more, so I am currently out of the POREfessional, and it is hurting me not to have it. So I am using this in lieu, but it definitely does not do the job that the POREfessional does. I find that it's a little bit more oily, even if it says it's oil free, as well as my foundation doesn't adhere to it as much as the POREfessional allows it to. So definitely not my favorite product, but I probably will end up finishing it up so I don't waste it. Another product is the Boing Concealer. This is by Benefit Cosmetics, and I'm not a person who gets blemishes often, but when I do, I want to cover them up. And this is a product that's what I would use it for. I would never use this for under my eyes. I would probably use it for a base for eyeshadow, but definitely for a blemish concealer. And I find it super drying, it's thick. When you set it, I find that you can really see where you put that concealer. So it doesn't just blend seamlessly into the skin, it really cakes on, adheres to dry patches, but it also makes that blemish area that you just applied it to really pronounced. And no one wants that. So this one is 01, the lightest shade, and it is probably something I would not repurchase again just because it wasn't my favorite product, and I probably wouldn't recommend it to anyone either. I'm still on the hunt for a great blemish covering concealer because when I get them, I need to cover them. So if you have one, please leave it down below for me to check out. So this again is a product that I have tried so many times and had so much hope for it, but it just fails for me. Eyeliners from Benefit Cosmetics. They're called the Push Up Eyeliner. I have it in black, brown, and blue. As you can tell, that's why I wanted so much hope for it, because I have all 3. I also have the makeup remover from it, and these eyeliners just did not work for me. They are a product that when you're applying in the eyes, it tugs, it pulls, and it's really dry. I want to stay as young and youthful as long as possible, and these liners tug so hard on my eyes. I would not recommend them if that is a concern of yours. They do have a beautiful color payoff, but I find that they're way too hard to put on. When I have a nice winged liner and I want to deepen it up with a little bit of darkness, I try to go back in and add a little bit of color on top, and it does not work. These cake, they flake, they pill off, and throughout the day you get all of that underneath your eyes, which is not cute. So the reason why the makeup remover's in here is because it's made for these guys. They only come off with this makeup remover, which I think is ridiculous. A highlight that I have here is the Laura Geller Ballerina highlight. The reason why this is in my regrets of purchasing is because I thought I would try something different than the Gilded Honey. Everyone talks about the Gilded Honey, but I thought I would try something different. Well, I chose wrong. This is way too dark for my complexion and is something that I cannot use on a regular basis. I could use it as an eyeshadow or when I'm super self-tan, but definitely not something I can use when I'm my fair self like right now. So purchase regret for me, not because the product is awful, because I purchased the wrong one, unfortunately. A couple more to go. I have the Benefit They're Real mascara. I have the little ones here. I recently gifted my sister the mascara, the full size. I just cannot. I just cannot love this mascara. I have long lashes and I want to just give them some length and a little bit of volume. Everyone who uses this has beautiful lashes. Whenever I see someone and I'm like, what mascara are you using? They're like, oh, They're Real. It looks wonderful. On me, it does not. It looks cakey and thick, and I think it's just because it's too wet of a mascara. I do like more of a dry formula, and this one is quite wet. I am a fan of the plastic wands. Plastic wands are right up my alley, so I'm not sure why I dislike this mascara so much. I feel like I want to try the brown formula. See if the brown is a little bit different of a formula. I am into browns and warm tones for the eyes recently, so maybe I'll try the brown and let you know what I think. Another product I have here is a strange one. This is the L'Oreal Paris. It's like a two-step liquid lipstick. So there's like a balm on the one end and then there's the liquid lipstick on the other. Apparently you put the liquid lipstick on first and then the balm on second. This is a product that I purchased when I was all into the ashy mauve shades like patina. It's very, very similar, but with this one it dries so crackly and it emphasizes lines that you may have in your lips, so definitely not a purchase that I would recommend. Another downfall of it is that it smells like paint. I find when people cheap out on scents, that's what gets me. If it smelled like roses, maybe I would love it, but because it smells like wet paint, it's definitely not my favorite product. Another drugstore product that is a regret for me is the Covergirl Translucent Powder. I had such high hopes for this because I was sick and tired of paying the price of a Laura Mercier powder for a powder that I just dusted off every single day. So I had high hopes for this, but it is quite yellow. As you can tell, this is not a translucent powder. When it goes under my eyes, it alters the color of my concealer. So it definitely is not a translucent shade. It says 105 Translucent Fair, and it is way too yellow. It also does not set nicely. It really gives like a crepey under eye and really dry look to your concealer, which is obviously not something we want every day. But if you have any good recommendations of drugstore powders that can maybe dupe a Laura Mercier that I can get in Canada, I would love to hear them because that CoverGirl one just did not cut it for me. The very last product that I regret purchasing is the NUME product. So I purchased the entire line, but this is a product that just didn't live up to its expectations. The smell just wasn't for me either. It smells kind of like perm, which I don't want my hair smelling like perm. I think I fell into the hole of beauty YouTubers being sponsored by NUME and recommending NUME, so I purchased NUME, but then when I actually received it, it wasn't something I loved, and it wasn't something that I noticed a difference in my hair. My hair really knotty and like straw-like, so definitely not my favorite product by them. I do have their curling iron and I love it. It is something that is affordable and heats up really well, but the products just weren't for me. So those are all of my regret purchased products. If you guys have any you want to share with me, feel free to leave them in the comments down below because I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. I'm sure I have so many products that I have regretted purchase that I've either went through, tossed, or passed on to someone else. I don't keep a lot around that I don't love. Keep in mind some of these products might work for you. They maybe do wonders for your complexion or your skin type, but they just didn't unfortunately work for me. So thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to the next video. I'll see you soon.